My child, my heart grieves to say this, but I am sorry. You are not accepted. I beg for your 11 minutes now, for what I will share with you will shock you. My dear child, I know the pain you've carried in your heart, the confusion that stirs within you when people turn their backs on you. I see how you long for acceptance, for validation, for the warmth of others' love and care. But hear me, as I share with you now, there are moments in your journey where you must face the hard truth, though it might break your heart. The truth is this: in the past, there have been incidents where you were not accepted. Your love was dismissed, your light ignored, your truth rejected. And my heart, it grieves for you, because I understand the depth of this pain. I know the sting of rejection that echoes through your soul, and I know how you longed for someone, anyone, to see you for who you truly are. I have watched as you stood tall, despite the words that tried to tear you down, despite the silence that sought to drown your voice. Yet, my child, let me say this clearly: I see you. I know you, and more than that, I value you. You were not accepted by some, and that rejection has scarred your heart, I know. But understand this, my beloved child, this is not the end of your story. In fact, it is but a stepping stone on the path that I have laid before you, a path that will ultimately lead you to the recognition and love you so deserve. The pain of rejection, the moments of solitude, these are but temporary. They do not define you. They do not diminish your worth. I tell you now, with all the love I have, you are not alone. Though there were times when others failed to recognize the light within you, I was always here. I have always known you from the very moment I formed you in your mother's womb. The world may turn its back, but my love remains unshaken. My acceptance of you is unwavering. And yet, I must admit, my heart grieves to say this: I am sorry, my child, for the pain that others have caused you. I am sorry for the rejection, for the times when you felt invisible, when you believed that no one truly understood you. My heart aches for every tear you shed in silence, for every moment you felt abandoned by those you trusted. But please understand this: your worth is not measured by the acceptance of others. It is found in the love I have for you, in the divine purpose I have set before you. I know this truth is difficult to bear, but I need you to hear it. Not everyone will accept you. Not everyone will understand the depth of your heart. And not everyone will walk the path alongside you. There are those who will fail to see the beauty of your spirit, who will dismiss your words, your dreams, your vision. But in these moments, you must not falter. You must not allow the rejection of others to dictate your sense of self. For I, your Creator, have called you by name, and I have seen your heart. I know the depth of your goodness, and I know the greatness that lies within you. What I am about to share with you will shock you, but it is necessary for you to understand the weight of the truth I am revealing. I beg for your attention for just 11 minutes, as I speak to you not just as your God, but as your Father, your protector, and your guide. You see, there have been moments in your past, moments when you felt abandoned, misunderstood, or even unloved. You wondered why the people closest to you turned away, why they failed to recognize the goodness in your heart. And it hurt deeply. But my child, I need you to know this: the reason they turned away is not because of your flaws, but because of their own limitations. Their inability to accept you is a reflection of their own hearts, not yours. I have seen these things. I have seen how they judged you, how they labeled you, how they cast you aside. And I know how much it hurt, how much it made you question your worth, your value. But I ask you, my precious one, to look beyond this moment. Look beyond the hurt and the rejection and see the bigger picture. I have a plan for you, one that is greater than the opinions of others, greater than the limitations of those who do not see you as I do. I understand that you may feel that you are not accepted, that you are not welcomed into the spaces you long to be. But hear this, I welcome you always. I accept you always, and when others fail to recognize your worth, I am here to remind you of it. When the world casts you aside, I will lift you up. And when your heart is heavy with the weight of rejection, I will carry that burden for you. You are never alone in this journey. There have been times when you have questioned why certain things happened, why certain people walked out of your life. You may have wondered what you did wrong, what you could have changed. But let me tell you this, sometimes the people who walk away are not meant to be part of your journey. Sometimes their rejection is a blessing in disguise. For those who are meant to walk alongside you, who are meant to see you, will come. The right people, the ones who will understand you, will enter your life in due time. Trust in this truth. I know it can be hard to trust in what you cannot see, especially when the pain of the past is still so fresh. But I ask you to trust in me, to trust in my timing, and to trust in the love I have for you. Your path is unfolding even now, and the people who are meant to accept you, to embrace you, will be there when the time is right. But even in this, my child, there is something more. There is a deeper truth that you must grasp. The rejection you've experienced, the pain you've felt, it has not been in vain. These moments have shaped you, they have molded your heart, and they have made you stronger. And through the rejection, you have learned resilience. Through the loneliness, you have discovered the depth of your own soul. And through the heartache, you have found your way to me, your Creator, your Father, who has always been with you, even when you didn't know it. The rejection of others, the feelings of abandonment, have led you to a place of deeper understanding. You now know the value of love, the power of acceptance, and the strength that comes from walking through the fire and coming out unscathed. You have become the person I always knew you could be, a person who knows their worth, a person who stands firm in their identity, and a person who understands that no matter what others may say or do, they are loved by the Creator of the universe. And now, my child, I must share something with you that will shock you, but it is something you must hear. The people who have rejected you, who have failed to see your worth, they were never meant to be your source of validation. It was never meant to come from them. I am your source, and I have always been. They were but vessels, temporary beings placed in your path to teach you, to shape you, to prepare you for what is to come. They were never meant to fulfill you, to give you the love and acceptance that only I can provide. And yet, my child, despite the pain, despite the hurt, you have come out stronger. You have learned to lean not on the validation of others, but on my love for you. You have come to understand that your worth is not determined by the opinions of those around you, but by the truth of who you are in my eyes. And this, my child, is where your true strength lies. I know the past has been painful, but I also know that it has prepared you for something greater. You are not meant to stay in the shadows of rejection. You are meant to shine, and I will make sure that your light shines brighter than ever before. For the people who once turned away from you, who failed to see your worth, will one day look back in awe of the person you have become. They will see your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering faith in me, and they will know, without a doubt, that you are always meant for something greater than what they could have offered. So, my child, I ask you to forgive them. Forgive those who rejected you, who hurt you, who made you feel less than what you are. For in forgiving them, you free yourself. You release the chains of the past, and you allow yourself to move forward into the future I have prepared for you. The past is behind you now. The rejection is in the past. And as you move forward, know this: I will never reject you. I will never turn my back on you. I will always see you, always accept you, always love you. And I will guide you to the place where you will find the acceptance and love you have been seeking all along. I want you to listen carefully, my dear child, for what I am about to say will open your eyes to a deeper understanding. I know the world may seem harsh at times, and there have been moments in your life where you felt rejected, unappreciated, or unseen. But I want you to know that this rejection does not define your value. The world's inability to see your worth does not diminish the purpose I have placed in your heart. And I will show you through the stories of my beloved ones in Scripture how rejection was not the end of their story, but rather the beginning of something greater. For just as I see the potential in you, I saw it in them. Let us look back to the beginning, to the story of Joseph, one of my most faithful servants. You may recall how his brothers, in their jealousy and bitterness, cast him aside, sold him into slavery, and left him for dead. They did not see the greatness in him. They did not recognize the dreams I had placed in his heart. But even as they rejected him, even as they sought to erase him from their lives, I was with Joseph, and I knew the plans I had for him. Joseph's journey was not easy. It was filled with trials, hardship, and betrayal. Yet through it all, he remained faithful to me. He did not allow his circumstances to determine his worth. And in the end, he rose to a position of great authority in Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself. His brothers, who had once rejected him, came to him in their time of need, not recognizing him at first, but ultimately bowing before him. Joseph, who had been cast aside by those he loved, became a source of salvation for them, fulfilling the very dreams I had placed in his heart. And so, my child, do not despair when you face rejection. Do not let the opinions of others shape your identity. I see the greatness in you, just as I saw it in Joseph. Your potential is not dependent on the acceptance of others, but on the purpose I have ordained for you. Consider also the story of David, the young shepherd boy who was overlooked by his own father and brothers. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king of Israel, David was not even considered. His father, Jesse, did not think to call him in from the fields. He looked at all his other sons, thinking one of them would surely be the chosen one. But I, the Lord, do not look at the outward appearance as man does. I look at the heart. When Samuel finally called for David, the youngest of his brothers, and anointed him as king, the rejection he had faced from his own family did not hinder his purpose. Though David faced many challenges and battles, he trusted in me and in the destiny I had set before him. David became the king I had chosen, a man after my own heart, a man who would lead my people with courage and wisdom. So, my child, do not be disheartened when those around you fail to see your potential. Their rejection is not a reflection of your worth. Just as David was overlooked by his own family, so too will you be overlooked by some. But remember this: I have chosen you. I have placed my hand upon you, and I see the greatness within you. Your time will come, just as it came for David. Trust in me and trust in the timing I have set for you. Let us also reflect on the story of Moses. Moses, the man who was raised in Pharaoh's palace, the man who was called to lead my people out of Egypt, faced rejection from his own people. When he first approached the Israelites with the message of deliverance, they did not accept him. They questioned his authority and rejected the very one who had been sent to save them. But even in the face of rejection, Moses did not turn away from his mission. He knew that the call upon his life was greater than the rejection of those around him. I spoke to Moses from the burning bush, and though he doubted his ability, though he questioned whether he was the right one for the task, I assured him that I would be with him. And through Moses, I delivered my people from slavery. He was the instrument through which I worked my miracles, and though he was rejected by those he came to save, his obedience to me led to their ultimate freedom. You see, my child, rejection is not the end. It is simply a part of the journey. When you face rejection, when others fail to see your worth, remember that it is not a reflection of your value. It is simply a test, a trial that will bring you closer to the purpose I have for you. Just as Moses remained faithful, even in the face of rejection, you too must remain steadfast in your faith, knowing that I will equip you for the task I have called you to. And then there is the story of Esther, the orphan girl who was chosen to become queen. At first, she was not seen by those around her. She was just another young woman in the Persian Empire, unnoticed and unimportant. But I saw her. I knew her heart, and I knew the strength within her. When the time came for her to take her place as queen, she did so not for her own glory, but to fulfill a higher purpose. When her people were threatened with destruction, Esther found herself in a position to intervene, to use her influence to save the Jews. Her path was not easy. She faced rejection from her own uncle Mordecai, who questioned her motives. But Esther did not allow that rejection to stop her. She trusted in me, and in doing so, she saved her people. The rejection she faced was not the end, but a part of the journey that led to the fulfillment of her purpose. My child, just as Esther did not let the rejection of others deter her, you must not let the rejection of the world deter you. The people who reject you may not understand the purpose I have placed in your heart. But I see you. I know the strength within you, and I will use you for great things, just as I used Esther. Trust in me, and I will guide you to the place where you can fulfill your destiny. And lastly, let us consider the ultimate example of rejection, the rejection of my Son, Jesus Christ. He came to this world, sent by me to bring salvation to all, and yet he was rejected by those he came to save. The religious leaders, the very ones who should have recognized him as the Messiah, rejected him. His disciples, who were closest to him, abandoned him, and ultimately the world crucified him. But even in the face of rejection, Jesus did not waver. He knew that his mission was greater than the rejection he faced. He knew that through his suffering, through his death on the cross, he would bring salvation to the world. And though the world rejected him, I raised him from the dead, and through him, all are given the opportunity for eternal life. My child, when you face rejection, when you feel abandoned or overlooked, remember the example of Jesus. He was rejected by the world, but he knew that his purpose was greater than the opinions of others. And through his rejection, the world was saved. Through his pain, we all have the opportunity to find redemption. Now, my beloved child, let me relate these stories to you. You may feel rejected, overlooked, and abandoned at times, but just as I saw the potential in Joseph, David, Moses, Esther, and even my son Jesus, I see it in you. I know the plans I have for you. I know the greatness within you. The rejection you face is not a reflection of your worth, but a stepping stone on the path I have set before you. Do not let the world's rejection define you. Just as I lifted Joseph from the pit to the palace, Just as I raised David from a shepherd boy to a king, just as I used Moses to free my people from slavery, just as I placed Esther in a position to save her people, and just as I allowed my son Jesus to endure rejection for the salvation of all. I will use your rejection for something greater. Your pain, your heartache, your struggles, these will not be in vain. I will use them to shape you into the person I have called you to be. Trust in me, my child. Trust in the process, even when it feels hard, even when it feels like no one understands. I see you. I know you. And I will never reject you. I am with you always, and through every rejection I am preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. Stay faithful, stay strong, and remember that your worth is not determined by the acceptance of others, but by the love I have for you. You are mine. Always. Amen.